Right, hello guys and welcome back. This video is a little different from the other ones I've been uploading. This one I just wanted to go across the Scythians. Now, I've seen a few videos about the cheapest faction in the game and why they're so overpowered. Now, I've seen a few nations mentioned, but Scythians are one that people have. It's known about, but not many people seem to sort of bring them up as much. Now, I want to highlight them a bit more, and I hope people watching have already played with them before and understand what I mean by they are completely and utterly overpowered, based on their archery mastery. I mean, look, they get 25% more ammunition. They get wealth from industrial buildings. This is just the passive bonuses they get as a nation. But you've also got the horse archers, which are really, really cheap, and they can do so much damage. I think they have like a missile damage of 40, and I think with the Amazonian riders and noble women, they have extra range, so it's extra 25 on top of the 125. So it brings their total up to 150 range, which is astronomical for a horse archer unit. So I'll launch it and I'll show you what I mean. Right, so now we're in the campaign map and you can see where we are, just around about Chimera. Let's have a look. So your horse archers, yeah, so these are the basic ones you can get flat out. They only cost about 78 to maintain, which is nothing at all. We're already getting in about 2,000, so we can technically have a full army of them. They have 125 range, which I mentioned. The shots per minute's pretty good. Six shots per minute is really good. And they've got a decent health, but they have really poor armor and really poor morale. Now, they do have the Firewell's moving, the Parthian shot, which means they can fire backwards, and they're resistant to cold because of the harsh climate. They've also got the Cancabrian Circle, which is where they just run around in a circle, firing off the shots. I think it's more of an aesthetic, this, than actually useful. But each man to their own. Some people have different opinions about that. Now, best thing about these is when you're recruiting, you can see that you can get 7 horse archers straight from the off. So you can already be quite a force to be reckoned with just with this. So I'll basically sort all this stuff out because, I mean, look, we already have the extra 25%, and if we research this, we get another extra 25%. So we're getting 50% more ammunition. But I'll show you what I mean as to why these are so powerful just by basically attacking Olbia, or even will attack Chimera probably. I can probably just draw them out if I need to, but they would be harder because we've only got horse archers. I will also build the economy anyway, just to give us something to sort of have. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that'll be the one we want. Right. Right. So we'll keep an eye on Olbia. I'm going to use these as the little example because I think they're a bit too hard to take down at the moment. I mean, we don't have 2 armies; we only have the 1. Another 7 horses. Right, so we've got our extra 25% ammunition. I'm going to move these into position. So next turn we'll be able to take these out. I'm going to get rid of them as well because we don't need them, and I'm going to get more horse archers. Right. So they've got horse archers as well, but we'll just go and take them anyways. They've got quite a lot of units. Just going to go and attack them. Right. So we're in the deployment stage, and as you can see, it is a city battle. Now, I'm not keen on the city battles, especially when you've got an entire mounted force. But the beauty of it is you can just sit back and just pepper them. You don't have to go anywhere. Go, we'll get them in position because their horse archers are steaming out at speed. So there we go. That's most of their army already under pressure. Just put them in 2 different groups. Allow them to put the pressure on. As you can see, it's absolutely stupid the amount of damage these can do. They are just ripping through. I mean, they would be ripping through mine if, like, we had them sort of, like, positioned a bit better. Just move them around. So yeah, I mean, the 6 shots per minute it's fast enough, as you can tell. We're doing quite a massive amount of damage. But, especially when it's coupled with around about another 20 horse archer units, it's just going to tear them apart. I'm going to send them up to deal with them. They're just going to keep attacking us. I'll move them a bit closer. As you can see, yeah, look, it's quite not really fair on the opposition. I mean, look at that. They're not the most heavily armoured units, I do understand that, but look, they're not even getting close yet. And they're just torn apart. And we've also dealt with the general pretty easily.
The enemy general is dead.
I mean, they can fight as well. I should have moved them. I really should have. But they are a unit that can actually fight.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
I mean, just look at them as well. They are quite aesthetically to die. But yeah, they are quite a deadly force. I mean, we lost maybe 1 unit there, and I think their entire army is just scattered. End up. So yeah, it does say quite a close battle after that. We did lose about 400, but as you can tell, we didn't actually really lose anything. I mean, they're still somehow around, even though there's only 6 of them. And we did only have 1600. So they can deal the damage, but we obviously can't take it. But we managed to wipe out like all of them in the fight, and the rest of them just ran away, killed. That's quite how powerful these are. So yeah, we've already wiped out the faction. What was that? That was like 3rd turn. Faction's gone. Other ones, where's Samandar? So yeah, we can basically just control this entire region like really easily. we've knocked the faction out. You can upgrade your general, make them even more powerful. I mean, when we recruit them, we're already getting two ranks on the XP. So they're quite a cheap faction. I mean, the units are not the best in terms of like land units. Well, infantry, I should say. They've got armored lancers, which are pretty good for what they are. I mean, they've got a bit of armor and they do quite a bit of damage. But the Royal Lancers are probably the ones that you want to go for. But you do obviously timber and some of the technologies. It takes you a little bit of time to get there. Other than that, there's not really much else they can do. But I do think they are one of the cheapest factions in the game and quite deadly for what you pay for them. So you're quite getting quite the bargain with them. And in terms of the Chimera, we can actually just technically wipe them out pretty easily. So I think I'll do a custom battle with this because I've just demonstrated like how fast you can build up and what you can really do with them. I'll demonstrate in a custom battle what we can actually do against Chimera as Royal Scythia, because they're like natural enemies of antiquity. So I'll get on that now and we'll meet you on the next slide. Right, so as I said, we're in the custom battle now, and I've managed to get better units. So we've got some noble horse archers in there and some armoured ones. The armoured ones are pretty cheap, they're about 580, and I don't think they cost much to maintain in the actual campaign anyways. The Scythian noblewomen, what I was on about earlier, obviously you can see with the range, they've got extra range on the armoured horse archers and the nobles. So even though you pay more for the nobles, these have got more range. The nobles mainly can just basically hold their own in a little bit of a combat, and they've got a bit more armour and health, so that's the big thing about them. The noblewomen are pretty good for their speed and agility. Now, I'm going to demonstrate this as much as I can in the battle. Now, this is one of the things I don't like about facing the AI in the custom battle, because they get all this stuff out, which realistically hampers the cavalry more than anything else. So we're going to split them off in two groups. We're going to have one group here, and we're going to have the other group over here, because we're going to deal with their cavalry first. Hopefully these will be able to just wipe these out pretty quickly. So yeah, their step lancers have gone easily. Move across, and as I said, these can move. These can fire on the move and fire backwards. They're not somebody that's pretty weak. Quite skilled at what they do. There you go. As they're moving away, they're going to fire backwards. And we're going to pull these out because they've obviously been caught a little bit. Get rid of them.
Our general is under attack.
So yeah, quite easily dealing with these units. Obviously, they keep attacking me general, but my general's got a little bit of armour, so he can just deal with them a little bit. And they've been completely obliterated over there. And we will basically just... I'm going to change these to heavy shot because they're really good with heavy shot. And it only basically brings their... well, their range down to an actual normal level. I'm going to hit them. Get rid of the heavy units, it'll be easy to deal with from later on. Yeah, and I think our generals are step. Yeah, our generals are lancers. They're doing quite well. There you go. Move our archers back again because they're just ripping through these at will.
We are losing our advantage.
Should I be concerned? Yeah, I'll pull them out. Yeah, so them young axes are just gone. And their generals get, yeah, their generals been obliterated. Yeah, so there you go, their general's gone. Obviously affected them a bit. I don't know what the hell's going on with these two. Move backwards, please. So yeah, that's all the cavalry dealt with. I'll just send the lancers in to deal with them. Actually, I don't even think we might have to here. Yeah, there's not much left of them, and off as we're moving. Yeah, it's always nice to have a general which is a melee unit or lancer unit with Royal Scythia, just because of the fact that you can basically do damage as you want to do. Go. Just get them to hit them. Get them to finish them off. I can do the pinpoint again. They're going to do a runner. So yeah, they're surrounded now. And as I said before, when you surround them, there's not really much they can do because they're just going to get shot in the back, shot from the sides, and you're just going to end up doing maximum damage to them.
One of our units has used all its ammunition. Riders!
So there you go. I mean, they're trying to close in, but they're just getting massacred.
One of our units has used all its ammunition. Riders, ready!
So yeah, the young axes are pretty easy to deal with. As I said, they can sort of hold their own a little bit, so they can just take them out.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
And they're going to go for my general, so I'll just leave him here. Basically their number one target. There you go. Look, as I said, getting hit from all sides, they can't really do anything, so they're just getting massacred. And we are running out of ammo, but I don't really think it matters at this stage, because I think most of their units are going to run.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Damage. Yeah, they don't have any ammo.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
They're pretty easy to deal with. Don't know why they've ran there. The wall of ours on that unit? No ammo? So we'll just get them to turn around, and then these can just hit them in the rear. Literally as easy as that. So there you go. Start losing troops.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
So that is why Scythians are the best. So, why would I say the Scythians are the best? Well, they're cost effective, do a lot of damage. The units are unique in the fact that most of them are horse based, and they can't half hold their own when they're in a fight, as you can tell. Throughout this video, I've sort of highlighted how good they are. I hope this has sort of opened a few eyes as to what faction you might want to play next. And to be honest with you, the campaign on these are pretty good. You might get a bit bored with the horse arching nature of it, but if you persevere with it, I think you will find that you have to develop more unique tactics with them, because you can't just take settlements with these. You have to dismount them and stuff like that to get them over the walls. So it's not as easy as that. But I have thoroughly enjoyed using them myself. I quite enjoy the way they look as well, how they're mobile and how agile they are as a force. And the buildings that they have are quite unique. They're sort of like barbarian based, but they also have some sort of like civilized culture about them. Because although they were supposed to be a nomadic tribe, you can't do that in Total War games unless it was like Rome Attila, because it wasn't really a thing that they had. They used to have settlements and towns, but Rome Total War 2, you definitely have to have settlements and towns for them, so they are quite unique with that, because they've had to like sort of adapt it for that reason. But I have thoroughly enjoyed using them, and I hope this has brought them to the attention of a few people who haven't. I know there's a few people out there who already know about these and are quite happy using them already, but that is my reason as to why I think the Scythian horse archers are the cheapest and most powerful faction in the game. Now, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe, and I really appreciate watching the video as always, and I hope to see you next time. Yeah.